What it do? I'm back with another video, and today's topic is going to be you are not real. I know you had to see some videos talk about this, but you're not about to hear none of them talk about how the way I'm about to say it. Now, what I mean by that is that you are simply an amalgamation of different traits that you have absorbed from other people, TVs, TV shows, books, comics, just the whole world itself. You are just a collection of energy data bytes that is all just collected into one person. And it is the same thing with everybody else and everything else in this matrix. Everything in the universe is simply energy. That a specific type of energy, but the baseline is just this still energy. But it is simply a collection of different energies shaped into something that we call John, or a car, or a book, words, a thought, an emotion. It is all simply this. Simply over. Let me say the overstanding would be it's all the same thing, but the understanding would be they're all just things you've placed labels on. And this is how people with the ability of psychometry, I think it's called, that's how you pronounce it, or clairtangency, they can touch something and they can read it. They can know if someone's feeling a certain way, or if they can know that person's name or something. Shoot, people who feel other people's emotions, or you can feel the tension in the room. That is simply the same byproduct of that everything is energy. So it goes back to the overlying meaning that none of this is really real. Alright, I basically had to lower my voice a little bit because those people were over there. But yeah, none of this is really real. And I'm gonna go deeper into the mind aspect of it, is because we are all simply, as Carl Jung explains, we are all archetypes. And what are archetypes? Archetypes are aspects of the human psyche. They are not even just the human psyche, but of the universal psyche. There are plenty of aspects. There are nature is one would be an aspect. Mother Nature, the god, the goddess are aspects. The hero of the story, the mentor of the hero, the rival, the love interest, the thief, the trickster, the Messiah, the fallen one. Those are all simply archetypes, and we all have played roles in one degree or another. Not everyone mains in a specific, like a lot of them, but we all can say that we're the hero of a story. We can all say that there has been at least one love interest. We can all say we've had the mentor. So that's where it proves that they are archetypes in stories and in real life. And we are simply in a culmination of those archetypes, some more than others. Some are more of the mentor than they are than the Messiah. There are people who have the Messiah complex and who are far more the Messiah than they are the warrior. So, like, these are simply just parts of our personality that we act out on day to day. And that's why sometimes for an example, when you're chilling and hanging out with a friend or something like that, and they start lashing out in a way that you've never seen them lash out before, and you're just like, damn, why is he acting like this? That's because one or two of his aspects maybe feel threatened at the moment. And this could also go back to baseline, just saying that his inner self is feeling threatened, so he's lashing out. And this is because sometimes when people often have problems in their life, these aspects are vying for attention. They're trying to break out. Well, not really break out, but they're trying to make themselves known. The subconscious is trying to make itself known to the individual that, hey, like, you haven't been giving me enough attention. Like, let me say let's say if you're the type of person who doesn't stand up for themselves a lot, and in certain situations you found yourself, like, at first you never were like the type, you never really cared, but then it gets to a point now, like, where the inner self, your subconscious, can no longer stand being in that situation. Something might happen that really just ticks you off, and it's been rubbing you that way for a while now. So over time, eventually, it could just, all it takes is just that one thing to really set you off, and it could be a few months later, you're not really thinking about it no more, but then eventually something else happens. You start getting angry, you start getting popping off more, you start being more irritating. You wonder, why is it like when someone simply just, they may be just joking with you, but they may say a certain thing, a certain word to you, and then it makes you angry, and then you're wondering, why does that be? It's because that aspect, I'll just say it could be any, really one of them, but it could be the warrior. Most likely it will probably be the warrior. The warrior is trying to make itself known and establish its dominance over the aspect that I'll say will probably be in control is the troubled child, or the wounded child. That aspect, the warrior is trying to stand up for the wounded child, but the wounded child is in control and is telling basically the warrior, no, stand back. And then there are times when the wounded child is not so much in control, so the warrior slips out and he lashes at whoever is involved at the time. So this causes problems because the warrior doesn't have, let me say, is not the one in control like how you're in control. Like, though it is, but it ain't. It's like it's a constant partnership. You are technically the one in control like all the time, but if you're unconscious of your desires and you're unconscious of like the moments, certain moments, and you just walk on autopilot, then the archetypes will have a field day with you, because they'll just swap from time to time. That's why people be bipolar. They're happy one moment, sad the next moment, because they don't have no control over themselves. They live unconsciously instead of with a conscious intent on who they want to be. They haven't practiced being they haven't practiced grounding in themselves, like the being who they are, because they always let everything easily sway them. And then the archetypes are like, all right, they just jump back and forth. It's like having split personalities, but I can't even say no, but it's exactly that. Everyone has split personalities. Everyone is at a culmination of different entities and different thought forms and personality traits that we just like to think that we're just one person, but we're not. We're many different people. And some people some people talk to these people. Some people don't. I started talking to my aspects, and it's really been helping me out. Like, when people talk about their higher self and stuff like that, they're talking to an aspect of themselves, an archetype that they like to talk to. Some just talk to one, others talk to dozens. Like, there are infinite versions of your higher self. There's a version of your higher self that is a goddamn, that could be a goddamn, fucking 8-headed snake. But he got wisdom and he could tell you. There's another one that could be a fucking giant ass fox, like the Nine Tails. Nine Tails could be a higher, like from Naruto. You could say that could be the higher self of Naruto. He was the lower self when Naruto wasn't connecting with them, or when the Biju don't have a host, they're just feral. They're like it's like their shadow aspect is taking over and shit. But when they get connected with their human side, they become way more powerful. They become they unify, and then the Biju become way more intelligent. It's like that. So, but with us, like that in real life. Like, every show has like a little piece of the puzzle. But back to what I'm saying here, the archetypes. For an example, like, you don't have to you can look up books that people talk about this for. I'm reading one, but I'll leave it. I don't remember it right now, but I'll read it and put it in the description. And that's also a meditation online. I'll put that one in the description too, because I've been using it and it really been helping me. Like, you could choose like any archetype you want. You can create your damn archetype. It's basically anything that you admire. Like people are archetypes too. Like your parents, when you grow up, you admire your dad for being a police officer. You admire how courageous he is to go into the line of duty and protect himself from other people. You see that, you admire that, so you want that more. You want more of that in your life, and that admiration creates a small archetype in you, so that whenever situations arise, you want to be more courageous. And you see that archetype in other people, and you want to gravitate your life towards more people like that. That's why that's why our friends are generally people who have our similar interests. Why would you want to be around people who don't have nothing to do with you or have nothing like you? Now, sometimes we get other friends who don't have our same interests because you like to branch out. You grow into people like that. It's an expansion. But our core people will always have something to do with us. It's like you have something that you like to do. Like my people, like my friends. One thing I like when I'm talking to people is that they're a lover of knowledge. Most people like to say they are, but they're not. Now, for me, I'm all about knowledge. I'll explain to you right now. I have an archetype that I created long ago. I had a negative aspect and it's a higher aspect. The negative aspect, when you start hearing me start spitting my raps and shit like that, it's the knowledge robber. And then there's the other one called the God of Knowledge. Like I made a whole series with my raps that I have yet to publish yet. That the knowledge robber is all about consuming other people's knowledge, taking the information from other people. He'll go around the world, like he'll read books and shit like that. There's nothing wrong with that, but he takes it to another level. He doesn't really steal it from other people, but it's like he refused to go in and find his information, his knowledge. And because it's so intoxicating to learn things from other people than it is to learn things from yourself. And then eventually he accumulates his knowledge into the higher self. Into his higher self, it becomes the God of knowledge, the God of energy, and the God of knowledge. Both named Car. Or actually, no, one named Car. The next one named is Zeros. And Zeros is the God of knowledge. Like I said, he doesn't need outside information anymore. He is the information. He is it. He is everything. He is like one with all things. He knows all and is all. So there is no more need to have an outer search for information. He just knows it all. And that's how I view myself. I like to view myself as a God of knowledge. And that aspect I talk to, I communicate to, and I let it live through me when I'm making videos like these, or it's not even when I'm making videos with, but when people ask me questions, because sometimes my friends, they come to me and seek information. And there have been times I've had my highs and my lows. I would say I'll be in my middle range right now. But in my highest realms, no matter what question, even if I didn't even know about it before you asked it, I will know the answer. And you could go look it up and I'll tell you. And you'll see it. And that's how powerful my connection used to be. Now I'm working my way back up there because I was actually on the right path before with this archetype shit. I just didn't know what the official name of it was. But now I know, so now I can apply myself to it. So, and it's like that for a lot of things. You can do it to be more courageous, the more inspirational to people. You can have an archetype. You can communicate with an archetype. And there are different types, like they don't just have to be one thing. Like there could be an amalgamation of different things that you can connect with. And, hold on. Yeah, they could be like an amalgamation of different things that you can connect with. So, like, no one's just one thing. Everyone's a bunch of different things. Like how mine, like I said, Zeros, he's the God of knowledge, God of time, got a lot of things like intuition. There's another one I have. She's the divine mother archetype, where she is connected to the emotions, connected to energy. She's a trickster. She likes to make jokes, likes to help people see themselves. She's an alchemist, so she helps transmute different situations and helps people to see things in a new light. Another one I have is like more of a physical vessel. He's like a warrior, and he like I call him the dragon warrior. He's mastered all forms of energy. Can help me, teach me how to use my energy. He's courageous, like the warrior. Like I said, the warrior. He stands up for his friends, himself. He's calm, collected. He's a traveler, likes to go places, do new things, speak to new people. Like that's his type. And I speak to these people on a daily basis because I see it actually working. It's connecting to me more. Like my dreams have been more powerful lately. The way I see things and have done things, I see it too. Like the correlation between certain events have gotten to me now. Has gotten like a clear connection. Though it's always kind of been clear. It's just, there's a difference. Like you'll know it when you see it. Like you can be the awake person, but like once you do something new and you start connecting in a different way, it just happens. So I think that's actually all about, that's about all I can really say on this subject. Like, it's very broad. How you connect with them is through meditation. Or if you're not a meditative type of person, well, you could just watch things that you like to watch. People that like inspiring things, or inspiring people, or fucking read a book that you like the character and what they represent. Boom. Like, imagine, like, write down their traits. You can write down the traits on a piece of paper, or in your journal, your dream journal, not dream journal, in your diary or your journal if you're making journals on your path. And then bada bing, bada boom. Like, check off on what you want to do when you're walking around from day to day. Remember that with this aspect on who you're trying to become, because all these aspects are just you. Like, when you, like, the people you hang around are aspects of you. That's why you hang around them, because they have something that is like integral to who you are. Because why would you hang out with someone who's the complete opposite of you? And even if they were the complete opposite of you, you hanging around them because they have something that you know you have in you, but you don't, like, you're not strengthening it yet. So, okay, that was weird. I thought the car was coming like behind me, but it was actually in front of me. But there was no car. So that's kind of weird. But I think that's just about all of it. I mean, I like making long videos because it just feels way better. But for this one, I think I actually did say everything I wanted to say on this. But I'll say some other shit too, which is basically just trust yourself. Stop questioning, like, if this is real and if this is fake. Like, if you're having all these spiritual things happening, these synchronicities, these bouts of intuition, stop questioning yourself, because that's something I had a long problem with. The whole entire year, I've went to such high places in 1 year, that if I had known and applied my self-discipline and stopped questioning myself, I'd been way farther than I am right now. Man, like, oh my gosh, like, I mean, I'm not mad at myself for it. Like, it's all just a learning process. Like, when you fall back down, it's so you can help teach other people not to fall down. Like, it is what it is. Like if you never fell, how would you be able to teach somebody who fell? Like, how would you be able to connect with those people? So I can understand why I did, but I can also see there were moments and opportunities where that would have never happened. And to be honest, I don't care if it never would have happened. Like, I mean, I do care, because if it never happened, that shit would be fucking awesome. Like, jeez, man. I'll just tell you some shit about how, like, one of the archetypes, like, before I even, like, knew it was an archetype, I just always thought of myself as being the god of knowledge. Like, I wanted to be the smartest person I could ever be. And it got to a point where I just was listening to these affirmations. I'm gonna also make a video on affirmations soon, on how to make your own, because I don't listen to nobody on YouTube. Fuck that. Like, make your own. There's this speech thing called D-Speech, and you can download your own. You can write your own, type up your own affirmations. I am smart. I am like calm. I am intuitive. Write them all down, and then just play that shit. You can make a little audio of it, copy it onto your phone if you have a Android, or just keep it on your laptop or some shit, or on your tablet, and then play that shit, and then boom. Now you got affirmations you can listen to all night. The only difference is that they're all what's the word? That they're all if you do it from the machine, if you do it from the generator, then it's gonna be mechanical. But I'm that type of person who don't give a fuck about that. I've seen it work, so who cares? But if you don't like all like mechanical, like I am smart, I am strong, it's like it goes super fast too. So there's a bunch of it's like that. So it don't really matter, to me at least. But it might matter to some of y'all. So if you care about that, then you should download a recorder app and then just say the affirmations and then have it playing all night, so it can just go into your subconscious mind. And that's a good way to build your archetype too, and who you want to be. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, and it totally works. But make sure you get rid of those archetypes. So yeah, I think this is it for this video. Oh yeah, listen to those like I said, I really do believe you should be you fuck with the affirmations though. Like, just get better at, like, if you have any, like, blockages in your mind, just meditate and clear those blockages, because it will start to tire you out depending on what affirmations and how powerful the vibrations of the affirmations are. So it might tire you out. But if it's something like you already are confident in yourself, it never hurts to be more confident. So keep doing the confident joints, and then boom. And then eventually gets to a point where you stop doubting yourself altogether. And then when you do new affirmations, there aren't really any blockages there for the new affirmations. Like, so boom. But I'm gonna make another video so I can explain all about that. So this won't go too long. So peace, love, and all that jazz. Have a nice day, and I love you.